Alright, hello traders out there. I just want to thank everyone for their comments and their feedback on the new server I got to running up on www.DayTraderRadio.com. So everything seems to be working smoothly there. Had a great day today, actually. I want to go over a couple of things. Today, because of market conditions, we've had, we've seemed to have a 500-point run off the recent lows in the Dow, and again, up at these levels, it seems a little tricky. Sometimes you think maybe we might be in an overbought condition, and it's hard to to find these trades because all of a sudden the market does seem to be a little lofty at these levels, and then everyone coming out of the woodwork saying recession and all this other news. It's just a difficult environment to trade. So you have to have a lot of different tools at your disposal. And today I showed you that there's I traded using basically 4 sets of tools today, and each one of them I traded successfully, and hopefully you got to see them in action. One of the better indicators in a market like this is the pivot points. So I traded the pivot points today very successfully. I wish I had a couple of charts to set up for you, but my charting software went down half day and I had to reset the whole thing, so I wasn't able to save some of my charts. But the pivot points are just right on in this market. So I hope everyone's getting to use their pivot points. And if you don't have a pivot points, you need to get pivot points on your charting service. Like I said, I use quotetracker.com. It's free. It's an excellent charting program. And like I said, these support and resistance lines are just right on. It's just a great trading tool. Another thing I've been using in a market like this is relative strength. Stocks that are holding their strength against a downtrending market. Now the market's been actually going up good, but anytime we have a pullback, I watch for stocks that hold their strength or don't really get a pullback, and those are the stocks usually go on to make new highs. And they come out as clear as day. So that was pretty easy to trade off of those two. And these are the top 2 indicators I've been using successfully. So I hope everyone's seeing those. Another one I used today was the 200 period moving average on a 5-minute chart, intraday chart. Now the 200 period moving average, usually I use it for support if something's coming down and bouncing off of that as support. I love to trade that 200 period moving average on a 5-minute chart. It doesn't happen a lot because it usually requires the stock to sell off quite a bit to hit that average, for that average to come into play. But when it does, usually it means there's strong support there. And of course, the other one I trade a lot are the statistics for oversold and overbought indications, mainly on the overall market and stuff. So just taking a look at the Dow here, 30-minute chart, we had a nice run off of October 22nd lows since 13,430. Now we're at 13,830. So do the math, over 400 points we're up. And this market's been pretty strong. So it's hard for me to go into this market and be super bullish. But I had to apply these tools and start trading in the way that I was today. It was taking profits. I might not get the full move, but I'll definitely get part of a move. And I'll trade the relative strength stocks, and I'll scalp the market for $50, $100 here and there, and do maybe 5 to 10 trades like that. And get the account up, work up to having a $600, $700 day, which it might not be a $1,000 day that I'm used to, but in these market conditions, this is show me a job that you can make $600 a day, and maybe I'll change my line of work here. So tomorrow, I do have a watch list for you, but tomorrow I'm expecting some weakness. I'm not saying that we're gonna sell off or anything, but I had to go into each day thinking that we were getting to a point where this market, and we have the Fed meeting on Wednesday, and I'm just looking at this incline here, and we're continuing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably bet that we're going to see a gap down tomorrow, and a gap down in the market as the futures are down right now, about 15 points on the Dow. When I do my pre-market report tomorrow morning, I'll update you on that. And we have some nice resistance right up here at this level right here, which is on the Dow. It's about 13,000. 907. So say 13,910. That's going to be my buy point. I'm not going to become bullish until we get above that 13,910 area again. All right. So we could pull back tomorrow and then bounce back up and continue higher, but I definitely think we're going to pull back sometime tomorrow. I don't know if we do go above the 13,910. I'll just I'll trade the market like I always trade it, but I'm expecting that's going to be my line in the sand starting the day off tomorrow. I expect to see a pullback in the morning. We have two big Dow components that are coming out with earnings, U.S. Steel and P&G, Procter and Gamble. So these two could definitely put some either pressure on the market, or they could actually push this market higher. So this is going to be an interesting call here. So there's a line in the sand. Just remember, if it gets up at 13,900, anywhere in that level, then I would, watch the market closely. Until then, I expect to see a little pullback, and we'll watch that pullback and look for relative strength stocks to trade. Simple as that. Very easy. You don't have to rush into this market. All right, so let's get to the watch list fast here. Might have to do this in two watch lists, as I spend some time describing my strategies these days. Remember, I was talking about the SOX, the semiconductor index, yesterday, and how I was going long on Intel, and we did see a nice bounce in the semiconductor index. Looking at the statistics here, they're a nice oversold area right here, and they're starting to turn up. So I do believe that we're going to get a bounce in the semis. So money might, even though this market might come back a little, or might trade in this range until the Fed meeting, I think money will start to flow into the semis here. So watch for a continued move in certain chip stocks, especially Intel. I just looking at that 15-minute chart here, and looking at actually the 30-minute, you could actually see a nice bottoming pattern here on the SOX. Of course, this is one of my favorite patterns: an inverted head and shoulder here, head down here. This I would consider that the head, and then a shoulder right here, and then with the neckline, just a standard neckline coming right down like that. So I would say a breakout of a higher high of today's high would be very bullish, and I would look to go long that on some of the chip stocks. All right, so that's our first move. Then Intel also is going to be my chip stock that I believe that we're going to get the money to come back into. Showing a lot of strength here. I do expect this one to continue back up here, head to $28. Short term, my first short-term target would be $28. All right. A listener today actually emailed me and gave me this stock today. I looked at it, very good. I actually got in 700 shares today, halfway into this move, and I was saying, wow, the volume's picking up. This looks very interesting. I like the chart formation here. I like the higher lows, and so it's something to watch. It's World Water and Solar Tech. It's a solar tech. I don't know anything about it, but look for continuation tomorrow. And do your own research and look it up. Just something that is not on everyone's playlist there. So I give you a stock there to do some research on. Little homework. Here again, Amgen didn't really play out too much today, but it's on my watch list because it's a nice inverted head and shoulders. A pattern will play out eventually, and we just want to buy this one on a break of 59 basically. So put that one on your watch list too. Martha Stewart, great stock today. Another performing, I took some profits in it today. Probably will get in it tomorrow, considering the statistics are still heading up. It looks like this one wants to continue up. My first target here is going to be about 1450. But I see this one going right up to the 200-day moving average here, probably around $16. As we approach, that's a big move for Martha Stewart right here. I mean, I'm going out on a limb, but I could see this one definitely breaking the new highs and going up here. Again, another great formation. An inverted head and shoulders. I mean, it's not the best one. I call it the retarded head and shoulder, retarded inverted, but it's there. And with a downward trending line right here, this thing is ready to whack. So look for this breakout tomorrow, and for a decent move up into the $14 area following that. So MSO, highly on my list. Today I got into Ford, another great one. Here you go. Shoulder, head, shoulder, And then we actually had the breakout and then a pullback. So we pulled right back to the shoulder, and we're still showing some strength here. So I actually got in today, but I like it. The statistics are heading back up. Like the overall formation. I'm going to love it once it breaks this this $9 area up here. I would actually put that up to $9. If we break this $9, we're going to $9.50. Either way, this one looks good. Looks really good. Let's see now. We got a few more here. I might actually follow up on my next video. I don't want to overdo the video here. All right, so I'll finish up on the next video. I hope everyone tunes in for that. Remember, you can listen to the station every day at 8 o'clock, DayTraderRadio.com. I'll be back with you in a few moments.